Hello, guys. Welcome back to the No Food Rules News. Happy Thursday. It is Thursday when you are watching this. It is Wednesday when I am recording this because we are headed out on vacation on Thursday. So I'm doing this pre-recorded a little bit. So it is Wednesday at the end of the day. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I did just record this. And my mic was not plugged in. So this is second time around Colleen here. We've got our stories down pat. It's been a day. It has been a day. So this is just going to be super casual, super fun. As always, it is. If you are new here, hi, I'm Colleen. I am a non-diet registered dietitian, and we talk all about different stories that have happened in the past week related to food, nutrition, dieting, all the things. We dispel the myths from the facts. And it's a good time. So if you are new, welcome. Be sure to like, subscribe to the channel, all the things. If you have been a regular viewer or listener, whether you're watching the video, you are listening on the podcast, send this to a friend. I dropped my phone. If you think that they would like it. We had a lot of you guys do that last week, and we got a lot more people tuning in. So go ahead. I'm going to take my glasses off. I try not to film with my glasses on because it reflects. That just means I can't see what's on the screen, but that's okay. We have a lot of good things to chat about today. Apple's coming out with new health and fitness features. We're going to talk about Mindy Kaling. We're going to talk about eating smelly food on a plane. We got a lot of good stuff as usual. If you guys did miss it, I put out a new YouTube video this week about travel snacks. So it's essentially like everything and why I packed it for our trip tomorrow. I've got my travel snacks down pat, you guys. So definitely give that a watch. I explain why I pick certain things, as well as show you what I'm bringing. So I have so much to do tonight, you guys. I feel like going on vacation, it's nice, but it's very stressful leading up to it. So much to do. I have so much to do, so let's get on with it. But watch that video if you have not. It's a really good one. It's a really fun one. I pretend to be a beauty blogger. There's a lot of funny moments in it. It's a good one. But anywho, let's get into our stories that we have today. So our first story, let me navigate to it, is about Apple. Like I said, they're coming out with some new health and fitness features in the 2024 launch of their Apple Watches. So it says, new Apple Watch to monitor blood glucose, pressure, and sleep apnea signs. So essentially, this 2024 version, it says, could be a game changer for your health. They're going to monitor blood glucose, pressure, and sleep disturbances, and also create a digital health coaching service that will create personalized workout and eating plans. So I think that this has its pros and cons. I do think that we have an obsession with knowing data about ourselves, and sometimes, yes, it can be helpful, but sometimes it can't be. The biggest thing that concerns me with this article is really the blood glucose of it all, because I noticed that this has been a really big trend, tracking your blood sugar, and there's so much information. The biggest thing with this is that, again, knowing blood sugar is not bad, and for a lot of people who have diabetes or blood sugar regulation issues, it's needed and it's super helpful. But if you don't have all of the information, it can very easily be scary. For example, seeing a quote-unquote spike in blood sugar to a degree is very, very normal. But we often hear on social media, what can I do to avoid a blood sugar spike? So if someone sees that their blood sugar spiked, then they might be like, oh my gosh, how do I stop that? When in reality, that shows us that, oh my gosh, our body had it's like when you go to the gas station and you fill your tank with gas and it's like, woohoo, I got a full tank, let's go. That's normal, right? Kind of the same thing with blood sugar spikes. Now, yes, some can be more extreme than others, but I just find that a lot of people think, oh my gosh, my blood sugar went up. Even with quote unquote spikes, the normal healthy population our bodies can handle those spikes, right? It doesn't mean that, eating a slice of cake where it does spike your blood sugar is going to wreak havoc on everything, right? Our bodies can handle those more occasional spikes. I actually just did 2 coaching videos. So I have a really big project, you guys, that I'm working on. We're almost to it. That's, I'm not going to lie, kind of what's stressing me out about going on this vacation. We planned this vacation a while back, but I am in the thick of the biggest project I've ever done in my life. And I'm almost to the point where I can tell you guys about it, like in the next couple of weeks. So get excited, but there's so much to do for it. Anywho, I recorded a ton of videos yesterday for it. And two of them, one was on fitness trackers in general and how you can view those are they okay? Are they diety? Are they not? The answer is it depends on why you're using it. And also the glycemic index. So glycemic index is kind of a assessment of how a food can impact your blood sugar. And there's also a lot of misconceptions with glycemic index as well. So I really worry that specifically the blood glucose of this fitness tracker, Apple Watch, whatever, could get into the wrong hands. They also, in the article, don't really go into the mechanism of how the data is going to be collected, which is important, considering like what's the margin of error going to be. So when we think about like just regular fitness trackers, this is across the board. The most accurate piece of data that they gather is the heart rate. Okay, that's pretty accurate. I think it had like less than 10% margin of error, so it was less than 10% off. The caloric burn was over 30% off across the board. So that's not super accurate. That doesn't mean that it's not like potentially helpful information. It can tell you like what days you moved more, what days you moved less, but putting so much weight into that number and having it dictate what your choice is, it's not going to be the most beneficial thing. So I do think it can be a game changer for people who do like need this. If someone is tracking their blood pressure or their blood glucose, this could be, and they have the accurate data, they've talked to their medical provider of how to use this, could be a game changer. I just worry about it getting in the wrong hands, right? So yeah. Interesting, though. I feel like they're always making advancements. I gotta put my glasses on to make sure the right story pops up. Story number 2. Ooh, this is a good one, guys. We're talking about M&Ms, and I am here for this story. So it says M&M's dropped a new vanilla and white chocolate flavor for the holidays. So it is a toasty vanilla white chocolate M&M flavor that is coated with festive brown, white, and vanilla crunchy candy shell. I'm here for it, you guys. If you know me at all, you know I'm a white chocolate girly. So I love this so much. There is chocolate you know what I hate? When you see on Instagram or any social media where people are like, eat the dark chocolate because it has all these antioxidants in it. I don't know that I'd say it has like all these antioxidants in it. I wouldn't necessarily say like chocolate is the best source to get your antioxidants from. When it comes to chocolate, pick which one you want the most, right? Like I said, I'm a white chocolate girly that typically can have more like added sugar, but that's fine because if I were to eat dark chocolate because I think it's quote unquote healthier, I'm probably going to end up eating more overall because I'm just eating like, okay, this is going to hit the spot. This is going to hit the spot. It's never going to hit the spot for me because I don't like the bitter taste of dark chocolate. I'm going to be able to eat, and the goal is not to eat less, but I'm going to eat in a way that feels good when I actually pick what I want. So don't fear white chocolate. Don't fear milk chocolate. If you like dark chocolate, go for it. It's not bad that something can give you a little bit of a boost of nutrition. If you like it, hey, that's just kind of like an added plus, right? But don't let that be necessarily the dictator of your choices. Go based on what you want and what sounds good and what's going to satisfy you. The best part, you guys, I haven't even mentioned it. These are guilt-free. These are guilt-free. You know why? Because guilt is not an ingredient. We don't need to go adding it. So grab yourself some toasty vanilla white chocolate M&Ms because those sound freaking delicious and I'm very excited for them. Okay, comment below. What is your favorite? I feel like people feel very passionately about this. And to be honest, I feel like a billion of them have come out lately that I don't even know. What is your favorite M&M flavor? I'm not a big fan of the pretzel ones. Peanut butter ones are okay. Have you guys had the brownie ones? Those are really good. Haven't had the coffee ones. Haven't had the sugar cookie ones. I mean, peanuts are, I'm not a big fan of peanut M&Ms. I don't know. I'm also not a big fan of regular M&Ms. They're not bad, but they just like don't do it for me, you know? I don't like plain chocolate things. Like I like something with extra like texture or crunch or something in there. 100 grand bars with a little caramel in there. Those are my favorite in terms of like a candy bar. But comment below, what M&M flavors did I miss and what one's your favorite? Let me know because I'm going to go try them. I feel like there's so many. So just little funsy story. Okay, this one is actually perfect timing. So we're going to talk about Mindy Kaling. It says, fans are concerned that Mindy Kaling's canned salmon salad is going to stink up the plane. So essentially, Mindy shared the recipe for her go-to, what she calls plain salad, in an Instagram post on Saturday. Some fans are concerned that the canned salmon might stink up the plane. She says, I eat terribly when I travel, and I wanted to change that. So instead of eating randomly, which, let's face it, is fun too sometimes, I was like, what if I prepared my meal and brought it with me? Kaling wrote in the post. So also funny, if you watch The Office, which Mindy was in, Oscar joins Michael on a plane and he brings a tuna sandwich. So it was super smelly. So kind of ironicness of the story. So there's two things we want to talk about. A, do you consider like the smelliness of your meals when you decide what to have? And then do you also sorry, my camera's flashing at me that it's gonna die. We're gonna go quick with this. Do you consider smelliness? I once brought a sandwich on the plane and I realized it had onions on it and I was like, oh shoot. I ended up going to the bathroom, taking the onions off. Don't come at me. I know it sounds gross. I didn't eat it in the bathroom, but I threw the onions away. Anyways, moral of the story is, do you consider that? Because in the article, someone was also saying, yeah, I love bringing hard-boiled eggs on a plane. I'm like, that would smell, right? So like, where do we draw the line with etiquette and where do we draw the line with disordered eating and be like planning, right? Because it's okay to bring things because it's going to make you feel good or because it's going to save you money, but bringing things because you're scared, like, oh, that's so unhealthy. So I love how she said, like, sometimes eating stuff is, random stuff is fun too, but it's drawing the line between those things. And I always describe there's a difference between a food rule and a food preference. A food preference is I'm doing this out of self-care. This makes me feel good. And I wouldn't feel guilt, stress, or anxiety if I forgot my plain salad and I had to grab something. And then a food rule is like, I have to eat this. I'm doing this for control because I'm scared what might happen to my body. It's fear-based, right? I'm scared of what would happen to my body or that I would be unhealthy if I didn't bring this. And then put yourself in the situation, if you didn't bring it, would that make you kind of spiral out of control? So asking yourself those questions can kind of help navigate that. And I talk more about that in my snacks video. So go watch that. It'll give you the more lowdown on that. Because like I said, my camera is currently beeping at me. That's what I get for not plugging my microphone in the first time. And then one quick other thing about Mindy is that she has lost a lot of weight. And what I love about her is that she says, why are we talking about my body? I've done so many other amazing things in my career. This is the least interesting thing. And the reality is, weight gain, loss, and maintenance can all happen when you start to eat with no food rules, when you start taking care of your body. And it's not about the weight. And I just love how she turns it to like, why are we talking about this? I've done so many other amazing things with my life. Because weight gain, loss, maintenance, it doesn't matter, right? So just shout out to Mindy for that. Okay, our last story here, real quick, is some more TikTok news about caffeine. After a college student took nearly 800 milligrams of caffeine, double what dietitians recommend, he has the worst day of his life. So essentially, he took a pre-workout supplement and consumed way more than the manufacturer recommends. And there's a couple things to talk about this. We could have a whole other conversation about pre-workout supplements. I think they're overrated for the general population. It's mostly like a little caffeine. You can get that with a cup of coffee. It's not going to make, for most people, it's not going to make the biggest difference in your workout and your like strength results. But I'm just so sick of all of these extreme things on TikTok for views. Like, people will do anything for views, and it is absolutely just bananas. We'll have to save that conversation about pre-workout supplements for another day. I wanted to get into it, but like I said, my camera is buzzing at me. This is a short episode, but I hope you gained something from it. Like, subscribe. I apologize for this one being short, you guys, but I wanted to get something up for you before we leave, and I have so much to do. So I'm going to go get to that. But hopefully you learned something. And I'm bringing my camera with me when we go to Jamaica. So the next video that I put on YouTube is going to be a vlog of it. So that'll be up in 2 weeks. But I'll see you guys back next week for the No Food Rules news. If you like it, be sure to thumbs up, subscribe, send this episode to a friend. I know it was kind of like a short, abbreviated one. But hopefully it just gave you a little something. And I will see you guys back next week. All right? Like, subscribe, all the things. I think I said that. I'm just going to go, guys. It is, like I said, I usually film these in the morning, and I feel like I'm just like a totally different person by the end of the day. Like, I'm just so much more casual, and I'm like slap happy at this point. So thank you for joining me today for today's abbreviated episode. I hope you liked it, and I will see you guys next week on another one. See you later.